Last time I checked, you do run digital commerce.
That is true. That is my actual job.
Yeah. So this is always, I think, the question, especially for like kind of the SMBs and maybe even more the mid-market companies. What are the things that really move the needle? And like, so now you've seen it. Like, it's not just King Arthur. It's not just Gardner Supply. You've seen it across e-commerce kind of since the inception.
Yeah, I've been doing this a long time.
Yeah.
And at some places like Gardner's where we rolled our own, at some places like Husqvarna where we were super well resourced,
Right.
and at Garnet where we did a little bit of both.
Right.
I think the things that really move the needle, I mean, this is going to sound so stupid, but product, right? Product, brand, reputation. Those are the things that when they're great, the marketing is easy, the digital strategy is easy, you're standing behind something, you're not having to astroturf anything,
Right.
You don't not believe it, you believe in it. And I think that's where King Arthur is particularly differentiated, is that the quality, so those are things that move the needle, right? Like from a product side, from a selling side. Technology is the other one, right? You cannot, especially once they're on the site, like externally, everybody's got cool bid management software. Everybody's got this access to the same data. Meta's doing the same thing for the smallest company and the largest company. They're not on a different playing field. It's just about a budget, right?
Right.
When that site tech has to be great and forward thinking, and it can't be. The way I look at it is now a lot of the legacy players, right, have grown through acquisition to a point where they're now innovating through acquisition rather than investing in R&D to innovate for themselves. So back to kind of looking for the smaller player, at least digital or technical agency, that's why you're looking for that, because that's where the innovation is going to happen. You really want to be in that space while that innovation is happening, and that's when it's always future thinking. It's not just what can we do that everybody else does, it's what can we do next. Those are the needle movers when you're the first to be next.
Let's say, a little bit smaller company, they're on Shopify.
Hey, my site is on BigCommerce.
Right. Oh, dude, I understand. Right. I think you guys are, last time I checked, you guys were on Drupal and BigCommerce.
Yep. Just Drupal and BigCommerce.
Those are pretty old platforms. Not old, but they're established platforms. Let's say that.
They're established.
Right. Yeah. So like, what are you guys doing that's moving the needle while you're still working on kind of these pillar and platforms?
I think it's being unencumbered by their ecosystem, right? They're not Adobe, they're not Salesforce. And that's not to say those companies aren't good. I've worked with both of them in the past, and platforms are excellent. The ecosystem is excellent. But the ecosystem does kind of pin you into a limited number of partners. Whereas when you're working with the Drupal platform specifically, it's really customizable. If you have the development muscle, you're going to be able to do kind of whatever you want. You can kind of, whiteboard it, right?
Yeah.
And even BigCommerce to an extent, there are so many really good apps and app developers out there and app agencies that it's like every once in a while we'll be having a conversation internally and it's like, wait, can we do that? Can the platform do that? It's like search the app market and find the app, and there'll be 5 of them that do it. And you're like, okay, great. We're not trying to reinvent the wheel here. BigCommerce isn't calling you up and forcing you to use their test and target partner. Like that's not something they even have. They partner with everybody.
Well, and it gives you an opportunity to test and iterate and make sure that you find the right partner and not just be like, hey, this is what we're boxed in on.
Yeah, you're never signing a huge long-term deal at a number that you can't get away from that you then have to staff to internally. And that is a different kind of agility to have.
Right.
Where when a project of scale comes up internally and it may be better than something else that was already in flight, you can have that reckoning and be like, hey, this is really good and this can be done now by us. Okay, let's demote this other thing that we were working on and kind of move forward with, this, whatever the new idea is.